Hello, my name is Armida and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a cloudscape, cityscape, oil painter specializing in rainbow colorful cloudscapes based in Phoenix, Arizona, and that's pretty prevalent because today we're going to be talking about an exhibition that I got accepted to for the Flinn Foundation, their second cycle of an art exhibition that they're doing. So if you don't know what the Flinn Foundation is, it's like this organization that supports many different branches of different types of stuff in Arizona, and they do support the arts and culture. It's like one of the branches of the many things that they do support. For example, they did a bunch of grants and donated money to all these the big arts organizations in America, in Arizona, like some of my favorites, the Phoenix Art Museum, Child's Play, and the Herb Museum, just to name a few. Those are just some of my favorites that I saw. Yeah, so it's a pretty great organization, and one of the ways that they also support local artists like myself is that they're starting to do this like exhibition inside the Flinn Foundation building, which is off of Central in downtown Phoenix, where they did a call for artists, so artists can apply with 3 pieces of artwork, and a panel of judges judge which pieces to include into the show, and then they get hung up in the Flinn Foundation building in the lobby, and they're branched off conference rooms and a little bit on stuff on their patio for about like 6 months, which is a considerable amount of time. It's just like one of the longer exhibitions that I've ever done. Yeah, so this is one of the exhibitions that I applied to like a couple months ago, where I was really excited to see the results of this, and yes, I did get accepted. As you know, at least I said it in the beginning, if you don't know, my artwork is, sunsets where the sun perfectly hits clouds where they're like nice and rainbow and beautiful, and here in Arizona these are just like super beautiful and colorful most of the time. I don't know what it is about Arizona sunsets, but they're just like on the next level. So because my artwork is so centered around Arizona and the Flinn Foundation supports like Arizona organizations, I thought, oh, surely they would enjoy some of my artwork, and they did accept one of my paintings. It's titled Get Well Soon Again. It's like a sunset with a little bit of like a domestic, like, the neighborhoods that are out mostly on like the outskirts of Arizona, and like Chandler, Gilbert, maybe a little bit in Goodyear and stuff like that. Like those are the type of cities that I could think of where they're like with a terracotta like color scheme and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm like really flattered that I got accepted to this show because, the Flinn Foundation is like very professional, very esteemed. This is very different from the last 2 shows that I've done, but they were two different shows, very different from this one because I did submit 3 paintings of mine that were already finished that I did submit photos of online with like a little description of the pieces, and I wrote a letter of interest and also showing my credentials of like my artist resume and my art bio and stuff like that. So it's very, this one is very different from the last 2 exhibitions that I've done. Just in case if you're not familiar with the whole like art process and stuff, I just felt like sharing this. And it's not really that big of an exhibition. I think only 27 artists got accepted to this one. It's a very small show, but like I said, very different organization, different process that this happened to get accepted. And this is only the second cycle that they've done this exhibition, which the last one they did in April. From what I was able to see, only 15 pieces got accepted to that show. So yeah, this one's a little bit bigger. Still a very small show, so I'm like, oh my gosh, that got accepted, me. Oh my gosh, so I'm so flattered. But it is going to be a really long one, like about 6 months, which is probably one of the longer shows that I've ever done. Yeah, very different, and I wanted to share my the process with you guys real quickly because I am still pregnant. I am still pregnant. Oh my goodness. I am, as of filming this right now, I am 41 weeks and a day. So that means I'm 8 days past my due date, which is crazy. But yes, so I was able to participate in this show with no complications because I did not end up giving birth like I originally thought I was going to. So I'm very lucky that I was able to squeeze in this show. Like I've been saying for the past 3 exhibitions, this is like the most exhibitions I've done in a month, which was also the month that I was 9 months pregnant. So this feels really crazy. I feel insane, but also I'm so grateful that I'm able to do all these things. But also I do feel crazy because I'm also super pregnant and still like basically working like to my max extent. I am crazy. I know. And so because I haven't given birth yet, I was able to go to the opening reception, so I have some footage of that. So here you go. So that was the opening reception. As you see, very, very like one of the more formal art openings that I've attended, which I'm like, oh my gosh, so flattered, so thankful. The food selection. Sorry, I have to talk about the food because I am pregnant and all I can think about is food a lot of the times. Was very, very beautiful and it tasted just as good as it looked. just by the way, I probably could have stayed longer, but I am super pregnant, so I can't. So it's really difficult for me to move around and stuff. But I knew for sure this is going to be my last art opening for a while. I know I keep saying it. I'm like, oh, this is going to be my last thing. It's going to be my last thing. And then I'm still pregnant. I still haven't given birth. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to keep doing stuff until I can't. So this truly was my last thing because I have nothing scheduled after this. I did not get accepted to that one big exhibition that I applied to. That would have been, I think next week. This truly is my last exhibition for a while. I haven't applied to anything. I'm not waiting on any new news, and so I'm not gonna do anything until I have the baby and everything's going good, and then I'll see how I feel from there, and then maybe I'll apply to stuff after that if the opportunity comes. So I mean, in my defense, it's a two-way street that the people are accepting my work, and I am also applying to it. So I am I am to blame for this. So yeah, that was basically all of the Flinn Foundation Cycle 2 exhibition. I tried showing as much of the artwork as I could that was not just mine. So, but yeah, it's gonna be there for 6 months, and in April I will bring the painting back if it does not sell. So that's it. Like that's the whole process of this, with a little bit of how I applied, and you know, and how that whole process is, just in case you're not familiar with it. Like this video for if you liked it, and subscribe for more art content. I will be, you know, painting as soon as I can, but yeah, I just really want to share all these exhibitions that I've been able to do this fall. I'm so thankful that I got accepted to all these things, and you know, it's from my solo exhibition to Chaos Theory to Phoenix Art Now 4, and then now the Flinn Foundation. I'm so grateful that I was able to do all these things while also, you know, becoming a mother. Like this year is literally threw me for a loop. I did not You can plan all you want, it feels like, in life, and like you just keep getting curveballs, you know. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.